So I have an accounting and tax firm, non-CPA, enroll agents, and bookkeepers, and trying to like figure out what my ideal client is to be able to sell to that more often. But I guess my question is, what would a holding company or a PE look for in an accounting firm that they would want their portfolio companies to have? Like what kind
Okay,
of
so there's two different questions. So one is, well, who's my avatar? Question one.
Yeah.
And the second question was, what type of accounting firm would a private equity firm want to work with for their portfolio?
Correct. Yes.
So most PE has finance as a very in-house function, or they will replace finance when they do an acquisition. So it's very common. So they either directly recruit them, which is what we do, or you have finance very centralized. That's typical for PE. In terms of your ideal customer, I don't know. So of the customers that you have right now, how many logos are you currently working with monthly?
80.
Okay. So you just look at the top, call it 16 of them or 10 of them, and say which of these do I like the most, that pay the most, that stay the longest, and then we re-look at messaging and offer, and just advertise to those people. And it's one of the easiest ways. Well, easiest is a misconception, but is one of the most profitable ways to expand revenue in a business. And I learned that from the head of pricing and packaging from Vista Private Equity. And so they've got like $1 gazillion under management. And their entire playbook is they get to know the customer base of every company they acquire better than them. They figure out which customers are the most profitable customers and what channels those customers come from. They then stop all low ROI channels, and then they 5x the channel that has the highest LTV to CAC ratio. And by doing that, they can add almost no infrastructure to the business because it already could handle, let's say, 80 customers. And they just take, what if all 80 customers were those 16? And by doing that, they can typically double or triple the profitability of the business in a 5-year span. And that's pretty much their playbook. And so when you're looking at your own customer base, like rather than letting someone else rip that cash out, that's the process that we use. And we do that honestly all the time. It's one of the first things we do with every company that we look at, is we look at all the customer data, we figure out which one the most valuable, what channels they come on, what offers they respond to, and then we reorganize acquisition to attract those people. It's one of the easiest ways to make a lot more money. The problem is that most people can't say no. And that's why entrepreneurs stay distracted and poor.
If you're a business owner and you're not growing as fast as you'd like, I'd like to give you a free gift. So my team and I put together the $100 million scaling roadmap, which is basically 200 hours of us looking over all the portfolio companies we've had and what stages of growth they went through, and more importantly, where they got stuck and how they got past it. And so we broke it into these 10 stages, and we made this little kind of quiz thing where if you put in your business information, it'll tell you where you're at, and the most important part for you, what to do for each of the functions of the business across product, marketing, sales, customer success, recruiting, IT, human resources, and finance. And so no matter what you're struggling with, someone else has already struggled with it and solved it. And so I'd like to give you this thing absolutely free. You can go to acquisition.com/roadmap, plug in your business information. And if you want us to actually help you deconstrain the business and you're trying to scale, we'd love to help you out. On the thank you page, you can just book a call with my team, and we will look at the business, see if we can help. And if we can, we'll invite you out to Vegas, and we'll do this in person live.